She say, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mom. I'm sorry. 50 dub, I even got it tatted on me.
What is up, guys? I'm going to be doing my first story time, but before I do that, I want to give my shout out to Soar Gamer, or Drip Tip, if you guys know Drip Tip CFW. He's a modder, and he does some like commentary videos. But he let me use some of his gameplay for this video, which is really nice of him. But anyway, guys, shout out to Drip Tip CFW. I'll put a link to his channel in the description. But yeah, so so I'm gonna be telling you guys a story about the time that I lost my virginity. It's kind of funny, kind of embarrassing, kind of awkward at the same time. I'm not really going to put out any names of the girl, but she was 2 grades older than I was. She was almost, no, actually, she was a grade higher than I was, almost a grade higher, higher than I was. She was like a couple months older than I was, yeah. And we known each other for like 4 months, 5 months, and we got pretty good friends, and we were going, I think we were just hanging out. We were going to the park because at the time I had my little brother with me, and we were taking him to the park. And we were just sitting on the picnic table playing on our phones. And she goes, "Hey, do you want to go back to my house? My parents are not home," because my parents didn't think I was going to come back home for a couple hours, a few hours, like 4 hours. So I said, "Okay, let's do it, because we'll stay here for like 30 minutes, and we'll go back to your house for an hour or so. And then we can go back to the park or something." And she said, okay. So at the time, I was like, I don't know how old I was. I think I was like 13, 14. I was somewhere in between 12 and 14. I'm pretty sure I was like 12 or 13, though. And I didn't really know, like, what she said. I thought we were just going to go back and play, like, games or something, because she was a gamer. So, yeah. But at little innocent me didn't know what I was in for, because we went back to her house and she goes, "Do you?" Because she was like turned on to the max. Now that I think about it and look back, like just think back on that, just the way she was acting, you could tell she was really turned on and shit. But like back then, I didn't even know really what that really meant. So yeah. And then she goes, "Do you want to do it?" And I'm like, she didn't really say that. She goes, "Do you want to have sex?" And I was like, at the time I didn't really know what it was, so I was just like, sure, because I didn't really want to say I didn't know what it was, because yeah. So I just said sure, and she goes okay. So she goes, "Come over here," and I'm like, okay. So I go over to her bed, right, or her couch, and we were getting ready to like, I think she was getting ready to like take her shirt off or something, and she hears the door open, which at the time her parents didn't think she was gonna be home for a couple of hours, like I said, and they went out, but they came home early. So what we did was we got up, ran straight for the back door, went out the back door, and we kept running and running and running to the woods. We got into the woods, and we sat under this humongous oak tree, and resumed what we were doing. So she took off her shirt, I took off my shirt, she took off her pants. Well, she was still in like her underwear and shit, and her bra, but like I was pretty much just in my shorts, because I had shorts on underneath my baggy pants. And yeah, so then she gets down there, she like whips out my fucking dick. She's like, and at the time, she has way more experience than I do, or some. I think she was not a. I don't think I'm not 100% sure if she was a virgin, but I just know she watched a lot of porn, so she had like a visual experience. So she like stuck it in her mouth and shit, and I'm just over here like, I'm pretty sure the first time that I ever got a blowjob, I'm pretty sure I lasted like 45 seconds to like a minute and a half, somewhere in there. Now I'm doing like 8-9 minutes. which is about average. But yeah. So she's going. I'm just sitting over there, little 12-year-old me, just over there, and she's over there just going away at it. And about, I don't know, maybe 30, 45 seconds, she takes it out of her mouth, just sits on my lap, and just sitting there, just not really doing much, just yeah. And she's over there just kissing me and shit. And then all of a sudden, she lifts up her right leg, just grabs my dick and just rams it in her. And at the time, I didn't know really what sex really was, so I didn't really how it went down. And let me tell you this, I think I came 4 times before she even got halfway done with her little end of it. But yeah, and then about, I don't know, about 10 minutes, I think it was about 10-15 minutes, we got done. I stood up, I was itching my ass off, literally. And I stand up and look down, and I was sitting in a patch of poison oak. So I had poison oak on my ball sack, I had poison oak in my asshole, I had it all over my back, my legs, my feet, my ankles, not my feet, like my ankles, the top of my feet. It was everywhere, and it was so miserable, but worth it. But so miserable, and to be honest, just thinking about it, I itched. But it hurt so bad because the blisters and shit were popping, and it sucked. And yeah, and when I got home, my parents were like, "How did you get poison oak when you were at the park?" Because it was like a real high-end park, so they go down there and they spray for poison oak and stuff. So I wasn't really thinking about it because I know it was at the park, so I wasn't really thinking about it. So I go home, my mom's like, "What? How'd you get poison oak?" And I'm like, "I don't know. It's probably at the park." And literally, there's signs there that say poison oak, not here, not present, because we spray for it or something. And that's what really got me. And next thing I know, I'm just over here thinking of an excuse after she says, "How'd you get poison oak?" I'm just over here just in my head, we went a little bit behind the woods. We were looking for rocks. That's exactly what I said. I was just yeah, we went behind the woods by the park. We were looking for rocks. And when I back then when I lied, I was stuttered really bad, so I was just we went back and we were looking for rocks. Now when I stutter, I'm just normal, I guess. Yeah, it is. Back then it's just I would get nervous when I lied, so yeah. But now I'm good. And so she was like, "There's something going on. What happened?" And I should probably name this video "How I Got Caught Losing My Virginity," because that girl that I was with was a year and a half older than me, or it was a couple months older than me. Yeah, it was 11 months older than me or something. She was way older than me. I know she was months older than me. I know in the beginning of the video I said a couple months, but I really don't know how old. She could have been 2 years older than me, and I don't really care. I don't really know, but all I know is that she was a lot older than me. And my mom literally looks at me and goes, "Did that girl do something to you? Or do something with you?" And I'm like, "No." Because back then when I lied, I would start laughing. I was just "No." And she was like, "Don't lie to me. I know when you're lying." And I was like, "It was only for a minute." I just remember that. I was just it was only for a minute. And she flips out, calls the girl's mother. And the girl's mother is just my mom just makes me explain the whole thing. She's back then when a mother would threaten a belt, it was no joke, because the belts were leather and they hurt like a bitch. So basically she just said, "Don't make me get the belt. Tell me exactly what fucking happened." And yeah, I told her the whole situation, and she flipped the fuck out and called up her parents. Her parents were pissed off. And then a couple weeks passed. She calls me up and said, "I'm moving, and do you want to do it one more time?" I'm like, "We got in trouble last time. I'm not doing it." She got really pissed and just hung up the phone, sent me a message saying, "I thought we were in a good relationship. I thought we were going to grow up together." And I just sent her a message back saying, "We are, but we got to wait till we get older to do other things." And she goes, But the older we are, the older parents we are, and that we can be." And I'm like, "We ain't having a kid, are we?" Because at the time I didn't really know how a kid got made. So basically, I don't know. She could be pregnant now. I don't really even freaking know. I don't even know if you can really make a kid when you're 12. Not 100% sure if you have enough sperm cells. But all I know is that we moved like a week later, so I don't really know if she even got pregnant. So pretty sure she didn't. I really hope she didn't, because now I just feel like a bitch. But it was kind of her fault because she did peer pressure me into doing it. But I'm not really going to put out any names or any information. But if she's watching this video, she knows the story. So I hope she doesn't watch the video, because she might just get pissed and try to find me. But because my channel does have my Skype on it, so she makes a Skype account and calls me or something. Yeah. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.